Hey guys, and welcome back to Business with Casty Ray. As you can see, Dallas is right next to me. Anytime there is a camera or microphone out, she wants to be in on the action. In every single interview I've recorded at home, you can probably see that in the video of her trying to jump on the couch while in the middle of the interview. But that's okay. It is fine. We're working through it. But I am so excited for the guest that I have on today. Her name is Anna. She is the founder and owner of Navvi. I know a lot of y'all are going to be like, Navvi, never heard of that. Like, I feel like most people that I've interviewed, people know the business. They have a brick and mortar, they have an online presence, but Navvi is a startup company that I think is going to blow the socks off of so many different companies. I'm not going to spill the beans all in this intro because obviously that is what the interview is for. But talking with Anna and her friend Abby throughout this entire process of the discovery process, the building process, the behind the scenes, and then what she's hoping it's going to be was just such an inspiration. I'm huge for kind of finding the gap in what people are looking for in life. Like, what value are you bringing to your customers when it comes to building a business? Because I feel like sometimes there are so many different businesses out there who don't have that business model. But Anna had this through and through, and I think she's really going to resonate with my audience of just building community, if you will, and navigating life. So without further ado, I'm so excited to announce Anna, the owner and founder of Navvi. Hey guys, and welcome back to Business with Casty Ray. I am so excited to have two lovely girls here today that are going to introduce themselves. But first, let's start with the founder and owner of Navvi, Anna. Welcome to Back to Business.
Anna, I'm the founder of Navvi. I graduated from Ole Miss in 2023.
Okay.
And I moved to Charleston my first year post-grad, and that's kind of my whole info behind this.
Oh my God, wait, I did not know you lived in Charleston. So I actually traveled there for a month last year and had the time of my life. It was beautiful. Totally a different speed from here, different vibe, everything. So I'm curious what brought you back here. Are you from here?
I'm from Tyler,
Texas,
Okay,
yeah.
Not that far. I love Charleston, but it was a little bit of like, I was kind of in La La Land.
Yeah, right.
Kind of plain.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, I need to come back to reality a little bit.
Right.
Closer to my family. Like,
right.
So far, I was like, I need to move back. So yeah.
So when did it start in Charleston? What was kind of your background of why you were wanting to start it? What really clicked there?
So one of my friends from college, she lived in Madison, Mississippi, and she had babysat for this lady who had a branding company, and she just told me a little bit about it and was like, you should just, I had told her the idea. My first idea was like a place, an app where you can
right.
Because like Charleston, I was like, well, I don't really know anyone. Like I got fortunate, but that was kind of the whole, I don't know, gist of it. So I reached out to this lady, talked to her on the phone about starting this app to find a roommate. So yeah, I got in contact with her, and then yeah, just took off from there.
Okay, awesome. Well, I can't wait to get more into it. But then now our publicist here, if you will.
I was like, hey guys, I'm Abby. I feel like that's like, we just came up with publicists, but I just kind of help Anna in any way that she needs. We just click so well. And I feel like any hat she needs me to wear, that's what I'm wearing that day. Yeah. So whatever today, I guess I'm publicist.
Right.
Some days I'm strategy, some days I'm events. Like it literally just, I just really see the meaning behind the brand, and I'm really passionate about what Anna's trying to achieve because I just graduated from the University of Arkansas in May. And so I'm also still, I guess I'm out of post-grad now, but like.
No, I'm definitely 5 years post-grad, and I feel like I'm still post-grad.
I don't know what to say. Am I post-grad? I mean, I'm just such a baby in life right now. Like I'm the freshman of life.
Post-grad.
Yeah, and I'm still post-grad, so I like could have so used Navvi when I was coming to Dallas. Yeah. And so I feel like now that someone's actually doing it, I'm like, I want to do whatever I can to make this successful because I see where this is a need, and I see the gap that she's trying to fill. Like I was in that gap. Yeah. And so I just told Anna, whatever you need me to do, I'm there. Here I am. And I somehow ended up on this couch today.
Did graduate a few years.
Yeah.
So like she's like my new like inspo. Like
feet on the ground, if you will.
Like, that's what I said. I'm in the loop here.
Yeah. That's what we were talking about with our event. Like most of the girls that we did, like that's boots on the ground marketing in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Right,
that's
if
like
you will, yeah.
your campaign or like your audience, like that's who you're campaigning for, and like that's your target audience is like the girls that are just moved here,
Yeah.
Right.
and or are about to move here.
Right. No, I agree with that. And I think everyone needs a right-hand girl, because like that is like my best friend. She really doesn't like to be like in front of the camera doing stuff like that, but it's like taking photos, that's her thing, like helping wherever she can with events that I'm putting on. She's there and she's so helpful. So it's so nice to have
utility players are the best.
It's so nice to have you there. Yeah. No,
it's been such an honor being able to help Anna with whatever she needs.
Yeah, I'm definitely not big like in front of the camera.
Yeah.
She's like forced.
Right. You need to do it.
It's what I do every single day. So I'm like, I got it.
Right. And once you do it enough, it's like, okay, like this isn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
You also never give yourself enough credit. Like I tell her all the time, I'm like, you need to pat yourself on the back more. And that's one of the things about Anna. She's so humble. And I always have to remind her, like, this was you.
Right.
You did this. Like, you just needed someone to be in the place you couldn't, because you can't be in 10 places at once.
Right, exactly.
Like, but you did that. You created this. And I have to remind her of that sometimes.
Awesome. That is amazing. You are a great friend to have. So I'm so excited to have you here as well. So give me a little bit more background on Navvi. What's your mission statement? I know I was looking into you on Substack, Instagram, stuff like that. And it started out as post-grad, trying to find roommates, moving to a new city, meeting new people. So kind of just give me some background. Is it still that? Where are you wanting to move, or what is the mission overall?
Yeah, so that's where it started. And we were kind of like, okay, once you do that, like then what? You find a roommate, and then what do you do?
Right, yeah.
So I guess mission statement is really just to make kind of like a guide to post-grad / moving to a new city. So making that easier, because that was hard for me. I moved to Charleston, like I didn't know anyone.
Yeah, no,
so
and I absolutely agree. And I even thought it was like very hard making girlfriends. Like you have Hinge where it's like, okay, maybe I can go on like a date or two, like meet a guy, whatever. But girlfriends, I couldn't meet anyone there. And it was like a very hard struggle, as well as like, it's just easier to like go up to guys at a bar than girls, because you're like, what if they make fun of me? What if they already have their group? They don't want to talk to me. Very intimidating, yes, to say the least. So I think that is a great thing to be starting. And like you said as well, is like filling that gap. Yeah. You know, post grad, everyone feels that. But even now, I'm 27 years old and I'm still feeling that, you know, going into new stages of life, dealing with new things. You know, you have great friends who are now settling down that don't want to go out as much. And it's like, how do I fill my time? How do I find those kind of people in my life still?
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a big thing, because I mean, right now my friends are all on different stages of life.
Right. Yeah.
And it's so hard. Social media and everything. It's so hard to compare.
Right.
I think that's
absolutely
just like a big thing. So my Substack, a lot of it is talking about that. You know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just don't think that girl's in your position too. If you think
exactly.
Figure it out, like same boat.
I want to get your thoughts on Substack. I'm very new to Substack, but I've started posting on it, and I absolutely love it, because it's not all like photo oriented. It's like posts and articles, like writings of things. And I've read so many things on there where I'm like, no, you like, that's exactly what I'm feeling. That's exactly what I'm thinking. So what made you lean into Substack for Navvi and yourself?
I just found it too. Like I was very not unfamiliar with it, but I think it's just more intentional. Like it's not just like a social media post. I'm actually talking, like it's coming from me. I don't know, just more like advice, like big sister advice, to someone who's younger.
Yeah.
Which I think is unique.
So anyone who hasn't heard of Substack, definitely go look it up. Look at Let's Navvi as well, because I've loved every part of Substack. I feel like recently, don't get me wrong, I love social media. We need it for marketing. We need it for a lot of things nowadays, but I think a lot of us just get caught up in the comparison and like, well, they have it better, or look at all their friends. And then it's like, okay, well, where are all my friends? So I've definitely loved being on Substack a little bit more than like Instagram or TikTok. Yes, very much. Yes. Okay, so now getting into the nitty gritty of actually, you know, making community and networking happen. What is your advice to everyone? Is Navvi going to be an app to download? Is this going to be in-person events? Where are you really taking this brand?
So we're in the process now of building an app.
Okay.
So they're building that. That'll be a few months, but it'll be here eventually. So that's going to be kind of the end goal right now. So we'll start off with Dallas, and then I'm still deciding on maybe 2 more cities I'm going to have on there. Yes, events, but it's not going to be social club based. I feel like I have to keep saying that. But I do want to have events like in Dallas and other areas to bring people together to make it more fun. You know, everyone likes a little
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah. But
Okay.
the
app is coming.
Yes, the app is coming.
Have you ran into any issues, any challenges with the app? Because that's one thing I've never tapped into is creating an app. Like, where do you even start with that?
Well, there's like a team that does that.
Right.
It is Anna. It is Anna building it.
I know nothing about that, but they're really helpful.
Yeah.
It's been funny though, because they're just trying to get they don't know. I mean, people, they're older. Most of them are guys that are building it. And they're like, we just don't understand this.
Yeah.
Like, can you please give me like 2 girls that just graduated and then 2 girls that do social media and then might be like, so like I wanted to have influencers in the app, so like them having their recs and stuff. So they interviewed Abby and asked her, I mean, you can talk more about that. And ask her questions and I don't know.
When I was interviewing with them, or I guess they were more of like questioning me about things like, what do you want? What would you want to see? Or like, how do you reach girls now? And like, I do not, like, I think I'm like so close to like 5,000 followers, which is nothing on like, that's on TikTok.
Right.
But like, I do feel like I have girls that will text me for like advice. And like, I like in my sorority in college, it's crazy now. Like I always try to be someone that like people felt comfortable coming to. And I feel like I really achieved that. And I still have girls that are sophomores in college now that were in my sorority texting me because like I created a place for them where it was like welcoming for them to come in. And like, I was always like, well, text me if you need a rec, or like text me if you need this.
Right.
So when I was telling them on the app about like, I want it to be inviting. Like, so like my personal page, like I want girls to be like, oh, like I see that Abby loves to do some hot Pilates.
Right.
Where does she go?
Yeah.
And why does she like it? So like I was like, I want a girl to be like, oh, they saw in my story where I'm going. Let's go to my Navvi page. Saw where I work out at Numa, which is from it's originated in my college town. So like, it's super popular there, super fun. I love doing that. They see I work out at Numa. I have a link in there that through my link, they can get a free class. And so like, it was just telling them like, I want to be able to link the things for them that they need. Kind of like, we always refer like shop my kind of, but not, not even close, but like just kind of thing. Format. Yeah.
Right.
Like you have your own page with all your things. And then also we have like, oh, I see Abby like talks about on her TikTok how she lives an 80-20 lifestyle for like eating and working out and things like, and I call myself a food connoisseur. Like me and my friends, like when we're like, oh, what are our plans this weekend? Plans means restaurant.
Right. Where
like,
are we going to dinner?
Going to dinner. Like absolutely. You, I have a notes app right now where it's literally like restaurants I go to, what my favorite thing was, where I rank it. If I can put all that in my app, like they see, oh, Abby loves to get a smoothie in the morning, but she's going to chase it with a burger at dinner. Absolutely.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
That's what I need. Like, let's see, Abby goes here for whatever, and then they go to my page and they see my friend also loves to do that. Where is she going to eat? Like places like that, or like, what does Abby recommend at Honor Bar? Right. And I'm going to say the macho salad and the burger and like things like that, you know, you don't have to DM me. You don't have to send the awkward, hey, girly, I'm moving to Dallas. Like,
what do you
are some
recommend?
recs?
Go to my Navvi. It's all there.
Also,
yeah.
It just takes away. Like, I remember when I was moving here, thank God I had like older sisters and cousins. Or like girls that were like my older sisters and cousins that lived here. That literally told me everything I need to know. And I wish but like texting them, it's always like, oh, you know, like Lizzie, who's like one of her best friends, is my cousin, where like she's at work, I don't want to bother her, but like I really need to know.
We've all gotten that text where it's like, yeah, give me a sec, I'll make a list in a second.
You feel awkward, you feel bad.
And then you're like, oh, am I the annoying little girl? Like they feel like they're gonna have to like help raise here in Dallas. I'm like, no, that can all be done through an app. Like, and if you see something, like it also opens an amazing conversation for a first DM, where you're like, you know, I could DM Anna and be like, hey Anna, I saw you loved Honor Bar, went last week, loved it, let's do drinks there next week. Like it opens such an amazing way for you to connect with someone before you even meet them. So like you see their Navvi where they love to do hot Pilates and go get a green smoothie, and you're like, hey, want to go to hot Pilates and grab a smoothie after? Like it just opens up that, it's very personable. So like when if you do shoot that DM, like it makes it a little less scary, because you know y'all are going to be able to bond.
That you're bringing together. Of like, hey, I went here and did this because of you, because you tried this, and they're more entitled to respond, if you will, or like want to build a connection with you.
Or you can also see like, oh, we have a lot of things in common. Maybe I should text this girl.
Yeah.
It just helps with that.
Scary. I mean, Abby, I made her DM people for me for my party because I was like, I'm not DMing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it really is a thing.
I will say, I will always send a DM.
Oh, like, yeah, I don't care. Right.
Like if
she does not care.
What's the worst they're going to do? Not respond.
Right.
Like, okay, next. Literally, that's
on to the next. No, that's okay. So the app is going to be more like profile based per person, if you will.
Yes.
And then just like putting recs in there, what you enjoy to do. So is anyone going to be able to go in and make an account? Are you starting with a select few? What are you thinking for that?
Start with this handful.
Right. Okay.
Because we'll do a few cities, and then eventually I want it to be where like I think you get approved, but who applies?
Okay, so like a LTK shot by being approved through this, you have to have
format and
it's like
Okay, like, wow. Okay, this is like all coming together because honestly, like I didn't know that it was going to be so profile based of like girls with their recommendations of things, but also like not always having to have a social presence, but like you have to kind of know what you're talking about in order to like have a profile on the app and for people to be like verified and trusting of
and
the
also
rest.
There will be a referral like everything else.
Same kind of concept.
To prevent also it's like also these are girls posting like, you know, where they're at. You can't just have anyone looking at this in a sense for safety reasons too. So they've thought so much. Like, I mean, Anna has put so much thought into this. Her developers have. It's going to be amazing. I wish I could tell people so much about it, but like, coming soon.
Right. No, that is my one thing. I was like, I need to message her right now because I can tell like it's coming soon. It's on the ups and like you're taking all the right steps. The way of like presenting it because it's like, oh, I saw the launch party and I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, I have never seen this. So, and the reason I saw it, I've never met her, but we've exchanged DMs is Reeves. I think that's how you pronounce her name, right? Okay, yeah. So I want to get together with her, but I saw she was there and she was posting about it. And I was like, oh, follow. I was like, I need anything and everything with this. Yeah.
So random, but her boyfriend. My cousin's boyfriends are brothers. So that's how I met her. Like, random connection. So we just became friends just us. But
I was about to say, there are so many random connections. Once you get to Dallas, it's like, oh, do you know this person of this person? I'm like, wait,
I love that.
That's so one of the cool things about the event was all these girls that like, I knew a bunch of the girls that were there, but some of them I was like, we're like, we comment on each other's stuff, but we aren't like IRL. Like we're not like social media.
And isn't that so crazy sometimes? You're like, I feel like I've known you forever, but this is actually our first time ever meeting.
Like we comment like, perfect girl, like cute. And like you'd think we'd be best friends, but we know each other's social media. So that was another amazing thing about that event was getting to see social media personalities versus in person and just like how social media like you just like it. I thought meeting in person was so much better than like and like you know like getting to see everyone in person because like they're so cute and then they're just even cuter in person and you're like you know it's awesome like like you get to see like how intentional they are and how their content makes sense and so I loved that like for Anna to get to see too with that and everything.
It was great.
So how did you pick people you wanted to invite to the event? Are they all social media personnels or how did you go about that?
They helped me a lot with that, but most of them are just have a following of like my target audience.
Okay.
So people who follow them are the people that I want to be in that.
Right.
And they were just all precious and sweet. And it was just fun to see how kind everybody was there.
Right.
Yeah. And we also took like girls that were like would use this. Like most of these girls were post grad. But we also had girls that were married.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 of the girls there are like 26, 27 years old, married. They've lived like this life of like, you know, moving here, dating scene. Stuff like that. We realized like when we had all these girls there, like they were kind of like telling us like, I wish I would have had this. Like I moved to Dallas when I was 23. I'm just figuring out how to get to Eatsy's that lives next 2 blocks away from me. And I'm 26 years old. You know, just you're always navigating. You know, one of the girls we had there, Molly, she was saying how like she was filling out like this thing we had for them to do a Substack and all these questions were asking like advice, like what would you tell yourself if you could go back and see like what you were 5 years ago, like moving into a new city and things like that. And she was like, I would have used that so much coming into, you know, Dallas or wherever. So refreshing to hear.
Especially to hear that in person and know that like you have connected with your target audience on a first level basis. Now that this was, you know, a launch party of some sort, and like to have them come and be like, I'm going to use the heck out of this. Like, not only am I going to be posting and like reliable behind it, but like I'm going to use this for myself because after college, I lived in Dallas for 2.5 years and I loved every aspect of it. But like getting places, knowing where to go, this and that, and like wrecks of people, I was like, I would have used this day in and day out.
Well, that's like, another thing. Like, there's going to be a spot we're talking with the developers where, like, I'm like an avid podcast listener. Like, I love, don't get me wrong, I love a playlist. And, like, I'm always listening to something. But, like, I work from home sometimes and I'm like, have a podcast in the background. And I, like, have those podcasts that I watch every single day. And, like, I know I've had so many girls, like, on TikTok message me and be like, what podcast do you talk about listening to? Like, what do you recommend? And, like, so I have like a list in my phone of all the podcasts, and like I need to put that in the NAVVI app. And like for you, like we can now put you in there.
It's just, that's the point. I mean, to engage with, local people who have businesses, to like get them and promote them.
Right, because it's not only just like food and drinks.
No,
the whole
I've done. I mean,
and like I don't want to say like Yelp, but like to an extent.
It is.
So we're pulling up Yelp every single day to like at least look at Rex, and I'm like, this is so outdated. You know what I mean? It's like
we're staying away from the yellow.
We're staying out, and now you know who's.
Right.
And,
right.
And like I was saying earlier, with you asked how we picked girls in a sense. We know, like we both knew a bunch of the girls that we had invited, and it was more about, we know that these girls are very intentional. We see their content.
Right.
Like, we had girls that specifically talk about post-grad and like how they navigate, and like they came from college 3 or 4 hours away and are now here, aren't from Texas. Like I was born and raised in Texas. So I know like Dallas, I knew where everything is, where to go, things like that. But some girls just don't. And so when bringing them together, we got to see like, you know, they're so intentional in meeting them in person. Like now these girls because those girls will have pages and they'll get some first access to be able to make their pages.
Right.
And now they met other girls there. And we even like, it's so crazy. Some of the girls that were at the event, we made a little like text group and we're like, let's go get drinks next week. And some of us went after and like got drinks after the event was over. And like, it was literally just so fun, like getting to see girls. I'm like, you're so cute in person, or I mean online. And then I see you in person and then you're like just this bubbly, amazing, sweet, amplified personality. And like, it's so contagious. And like, that's the girls you want representing this app, because that's what Anna's trying to achieve is like bringing the fun, wholesome, like girls, and like, you know, which every girl is in a sense, but we're all girls.
Right.
So we want to bring all the fun girls together.
Yeah.
And I think that was just for the event.
It was perfect.
Why we invited like girls that, you know, have like all different backgrounds and all different types of followings and ages and different life stages. And that's what I was saying. I was talking about Molly, who was there, she's 26, about to be 27, and we're all 23.
Right.
And like, she came with us to get drinks after, and she was telling us like how she met her husband, and she was like telling us about dating, and she was like, you've just gotta like always go out, always go to dinner, never say no to anything. She's like, I said no, or I was going to say no, and then my mom made me say yes, and I met my husband that night. And like, to hear that from someone older, just like, and stuff like that, it makes you feel better. And so like, that's literally, that was achieved. And that is literally what Anna's trying to do from just one event. So imagine what we can do through the power of social media.
It's crazy.
Right. And I think that's awesome too, that like, of course you can see someone on social media, love their personality through there, and then meet them in real life and you're like, oh, a little different, but like, that's okay. But that's so good. Like the people that y'all chose, you're like, this is perfect. This is exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah. They were amazing. So sweet. Got along well. And that's the thing. Like I literally heard this conversation happen. She was like, oh my gosh, I never thought I'd meet you in real life. Like we comment on each other's stuff, and I was like,
tell me why is that? Like we comment on each other's stuff. We like you can simply send the DM and this could have already happened, but there's that stigma of like no, I'm good. Like, we'll just act like, not act, but like we'll know each other through social media. If we cross paths, great. But if not, but like an event like this, and everyone was like, oh my God, I need your number. We're doing drinks. We're doing this. And it's like, this could have been done so long ago.
It's intimidating.
You don't want a DM.
I mean, it all comes down to the DM.
Everything comes from the DMs.
Right.
Everything comes from the DMs.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what was the moment that you knew you needed to act on this and you needed to move forward and actually make this into something? Has this been years in the making? I know you said it started in Charleston, but was it, you know, there's tons of things that are just ideas and you're like, okay, maybe one day.
About 2 years. Yeah, so I started working with that girl. We met in person. She still does all my social media. She's awesome. But so yeah, we just sat down and like literally went through everything. Like wrote down everything we thought of, what it could be, because we were like, hey, roommates. I mean, then it's kind of just done. And then what do you use that for? So I mean, it literally took us. We had multiple sessions of just brainstorming and brainstorming, and we finally, I mean, probably took us a year and a half to actually get to the exact idea that I wanted.
Like this is going to work, and this is going to keep people on the app.
It was so hard. I'm like, do you want a social? I didn't want a social club. It was hard because I want to do events. It was just, I don't know. It took a while, but we finally nailed it.
And like, there's so many different things to like compare it to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like social clubs of like in-person events and things. Like that's a whole nother beast within itself.
Yeah, so I was worried about that. You know, just kind of blending in.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great, but there is a lot of them.
Right.
But it opens the door for collaboration as well.
For sure. And like, that's been so cool to see like already. Like I just never expected
from the
that.
event, like the people that have reached out, like, exciting things coming, my ladies. Exciting things coming. That's all I got to say.
So have you just been working with, I mean, I'm guessing engineers to build the app, your developer team, and then you said you have someone who runs social media.
Yeah, it's a branding company that does my social media for me.
Okay, awesome.
App people, they really just.
And how did you find these people? Was it a Google, a recommendation?
The app people?
Yes.
No, so the lady that does my branding, she has them kind of like a part of her team because she does other like.
Got it. Okay. So she already like knew them, recommended them,
like,
had worked with them.
Yeah, they were like her right hand people. So that was easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I'm so excited for this to come out.
Me too.
Is there like, I'm jumping the gun because we still have more to talk about. Is there like a date y'all are like projecting for or not yet?
It's till TBD.
Okay.
It just depends on how long this will take.
Yeah. No, I'm so excited.
But I will say that was not like our Navvi event. That was just a discovery event. Like, there will be a launch party, which we're working on that already. It's going to be insane. And obviously you will be there. Hopefully.
No, I'm so excited.
Like, I would love for you to come. It's going to be pretty awesome.
And tell me about building this discovery event, if you will, that y'all did, because I saw this on social media and I was shook. Like I loved it. Y'all killed it. And even if it was, I'm sorry, if that was like a discovery meeting of like, what is the launch party? Like, sign me up.
I feel like we need to start from like our initial conversation.
Okay, so finally when they were like, we're going to launch your social media February, I don't know when it was.
Right.
And they were posting a picture of me on it was a collab on my Instagram, and Navvi's Instagram was freaking out. I was like, I'm not on this on my Instagram. Like, I'm so scared. And so Lizzie,
she literally just put her phone down for like an hour after.
She said, and I'm never looking at social media again.
My best friend Lizzie, they're cousins. And I was like, like, she knows what these girls like. Let's go. So
right. Yeah.
And Abby was like, this is not a big deal. Like, just I'll post it on my Instagram. I'll send it to my friends. Like, why are you freaking out?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm like so freaking out, stressed out. But then, okay, anyways, that was fine. I got over it, put my phone up, all the things. Then we started talking about, she literally gave me like a mapped out like plan. She's like, this week you need to do this time, then this, and this. And I was like, okay, we're going to roll with that.
Like a social media plan? Or?
It's kind of like a strategy plan. Just like a strategy plan for, community outreach, how to get girls engaged. Yes. And so that's what we did.
We started doing that.
Let's just say the Sadelle's patio is a great way. Like, that is, if you need to think your most strategic thinking, the Sadelle's patio on a sunny day, 75, Hugo Spritz, like, that is my best thinking.
We did it in like 3 weeks. And that's giving it.
I would say 3 weeks is a stretch. Like, I would say it was maybe, like, I would say 10 to 14 days. Like,
And where did y'all host it?
Lounge 31.
Okay.
So essentially Anna reached out and I When Anna came to me and she was like, what do you want, or what do you think it should look like? I said, you need to figure out who your audience is.
Right.
Base the party off of the audience. So we figure out, like, in a sense, Anna has some girls she wants to be invited, and I had some ideas too. And then, so we put that guest list together. We want it to be intimate.
Right.
Because we knew their launch party was in the future.
Right.
And intimacy creates a sense of comfort, and we wanted these girls to be comfortable because they're about to put their lives on an app, and if they can't be comfortable with the person all their information's going to, no one's going to do it.
Right.
That's the thing that separates Anna from other apps, is like, these girls got to meet her, they know who's behind where their information's going. And
I need her on my team promoting me.
I wanted it to be oh my gosh, I wanted it to be so intimate, and like, I also know like how much work Anna's putting into this, and I wanted it to be girls that I know like aren't just coming for like the post or the pics, or like girls that actually, you know, care about it. Right. And us being both from East Texas, I don't know if I said I'm from Paris, Texas. So East Texas, small town, like, you know, we were thinking we gotta do something cowboy hats, and then I was like, what are girls' two favorite things? Cowboy hats and caviar. Yeah. So I was like, let's just go ahead and put this event as cowboy hats and caviar. And like I said, we were at Siddell's, and I was like, where can we do it? Let's look around. Lounge 31 is literally right there. And we loved going to get drinks here. Like, that's a spot where me and my friends really gravitate to. Right. And so I was like, that would be a perfect event space. They have this cute little room, very intimate. There's a bar, so you could have like, we had champagne and caviar bumps and like, you know, so it were amazing, amazing. And like I said, I wanted that intimacy. So that's why we did it on a Tuesday, because we wanted girls to like only have that to focus on. Right. Because if it was on a Saturday, everybody'd be like, oh, I'm going to this event, and I gotta make plans. Right. But we wanted this to be like, this to be the thing. And also in the middle of the week, every girl needs a pick me up. I know by Tuesday, Wednesday, like at 3 p.m., like who actually gets through that? Like what do you do? Because I'm down in the dump at 2 or 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. Right. And so I was like, let's do it on a Tuesday. Girls are gonna want to get cute, you know, and like I said, the cowboy hats, making those are like such a huge thing right now. Right. And her cousin, or like,
my aunt does it. So
it was perfect. It just worked out. Yeah.
It worked out perfect. And so we had Dial Style, which you need them. They're amazing. We had them come in, and so that was like, the girls got to make their own hats and customize them to themselves, because what are we doing? Customizing an app. So it like kind of like, but they didn't know that yet, that we didn't tell them anything about Navvi. Right. So we just said,
okay, so that was going to be my next question. Like, what did invites look like? What did they know about Navvi, if anything?
Yeah, essentially we didn't tell them anything. We were like, I knew, like, we knew, either she did or I knew most of the girls coming. So I was like, hey, like, just trust me. We're going to Lounge 31. You're going to get a complimentary cowboy hat. So send us your hat size. And there will be like caviar, champagne. That's it. Right. And like, I told Anna, I was like, that's how you get girls to come. Cause they're like,
intriguing. It's like, what is going on? Yes.
And then when people ask them, what are you doing tonight? And they're like, I don't know. And like, so girls are constantly like, well, I got to go check her page and figure out what she's doing.
I guess somebody coming, her friend was in a workout class with her. Yeah. Like, hey, I want to come. Like, what is it? And texted her to come. Yeah. That just made me feel great. Yeah. Like, it's just word of mouth.
Yes. And then also we had girls that like, we sent out the invites like literally a week before. Literally a week before. And so we were like trying to get everybody's cowboy hat orders, and like we were like measuring head sizes and like, what do you think we're at the same size? They would know. Yeah. But like girls, I got text messages from girls being like, what's this new app thing? And they'd be like, oh, I overheard your friends talking about it at the bar. Yeah. I was out of town that weekend before. And they were like, I heard girls talking about it at the bar. Awesome. So obviously I'm like freaking worked. They were like, we don't know what we're going to. We're just going to an event at Lounge 31 with cowboy hats and caviar. And all these girls were like, well, I wonder what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
here we are.
Like, here we are.
Look it up. Go do this. Go do that.
And then the girls get there to the event and they see it's like decorated, and we have like the florals, and there's like, they're obviously passing out caviar and champagne, and there's like an open bar. Right. And like, it's just, you see like, oh, this is so much bigger. Like this is a legit app. And then there's, we had the QR code for the Substack application for them to be able to like submit answers to the questions we had, and they could, be featured on a Substack. So then they were doing that. And then so finally Anna gets up and explains, you know, her mission, who she is.
Yeah.
And then everybody starts clicking and like you just hear, I mean, like I said, it's a small, intimate table, but like you hear girls being like, oh my gosh, this is going to be huge.
Right.
And like hearing that,
You're
I know for Anna, that was kind of like this.
Yeah.
But like hearing like how much girls really love this and like see the vision behind it was all I think the app needed for the confidence behind it.
And that is even me throughout this whole interview. And I'm like, it's finally all clicking. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be huge. And like people are going to be waiting for the launch of this to come out and try to, you know, even try to build their own pages and their own credibilities to get approved for Navvi.
Oh yeah.
Like, so fun.
And that's the thing is like people think to have, I use this term a lot. Like I would say like my goal is never to be like an influencer. Mm-hmm. I want to be someone you call like to be a person of influence. Like if you,
and there's a huge difference.
There's a huge difference and people don't understand that. Like I'm not trying to influence you to like buy my outfit.
Right.
I'm trying to influence you that if you're having a bad day, maybe like don't open the bottle of wine. Let's like, you know, let's talk about it. And like the hard things that you go through, like I want to like be someone that people come to and they need like, okay, well, you know, when Abby's feeling sad or whatever, she goes and, you know, will work out or go to this place and get like her favorite comfort meal. Like, so on my Navvi app, next to my thing, I'll be like, this is my comfort meal when I'm feeling down. And it's, you know, probably crispy rice from Anchor Bar.
She's like, I already have it.
Yeah,
I already have
but like,
ready
that's
to
what I'm
go.
saying. I'm like, so they can have that. But I was saying,
Yeah.
so that's what, where we were at before that was, I think like it's such a difference to be an influencer than a person of influence. And that's the type of group of girls that we want. Like you can be both at the same time too.
Right,
They're very like, you can be two things at once.
Yeah.
And you can be an influencer for like, you know, clothes and things like that and makeup and what to buy, but you can also be for like feeling and like helping a girl grow and like to influence a girl that just moved to a new city and helping her find the place that you love, helping her find a place in the city that you also found yourself in.
Right.
Like that's the thing. It's
like a full circle moment, if you will. Yeah.
And like,
I actually care.
that's what I was telling Anna too, when she was talking about like, you know, I feel like in the past year, I've really found myself and I've only been here, it'll be a year in June. And like, I feel like I have never been more in tune with myself than moving here. Like, I know exactly who I am. Like, and if you asked me that a year ago right now, I would have been like, who is Abby?
Yeah.
Like, and now since being here and like forming a community of girls that hold me accountable, that like to do the same things I do.
Right.
Like, that's what it's all about. And that's navigating post-grad.
Yeah.
That is Navvi.
Yeah.
And like, that's just what Anna's whole thing was. And like, we really got to see through these girls, like it's being built, like it is happening and it like, you're always navigating.
Yeah. And I think that's what everyone is longing for though right now. Like, I think we've had, like influencing around for so long now that it's like,
it's normal.
That's what I'm saying. It's great. It's normal. Everyone, you know, I love seeing a cute outfit. I'm like, oh damn, I want to buy that for myself.
Same.
But everyone's longing for that connection or what Pilates are you going to? What workout class? You know, where are you going for X, Y, and Z? That's not just like a selling point. That's not just drinks and happy hour. It's the whole 9 yards of, you know, navigating life. Yeah, no, for sure. I know you said you didn't have, you know, a launch date or anything, but what's next? Where can we follow up with you? Where can we follow along the journey of Navvi to make sure that everyone's, you know, in touch, in tune when it does get to that point?
Okay, well, our Instagram is letsnavvi and our Substack is in transit.
Okay.
So yeah, next will be a launch party.
Yeah.
TBD.
Yeah.
More will be coming soon.
Right.
It's coming.
It's coming. That's what makes things like even more fun is like you don't know those dates yet. And it's like, I'll be checking daily, weekly, like I will be checking anything. Notifications on, if you will.
We have a timeline that we're working with.
It's just like this app. I don't know.
Right.
So much to it.
Let's just say though, it could not be, if this timeline follows, it could not hit at a more perfect time. So that's just a little hint. Anna has just worked so hard. And I just have to say before we end this, like, just know, like, if you are someone that is building a page on this app, it's not just another way, like, for you to, you know, reach girls, and like it's more than just social media. Like this is like Anna's heart being put out to the girls that needed what she needed in Charleston. And like I'm just so proud of her for helping the girls that she was when she was coming through.
Let's say it's bridging the gap, if you will.
It is.
There was a huge gap within influencing to real person to feeling actual connection, if you will, to a real person rather than just like TikTok. So this is 100% gonna bridge the gap. And I cannot wait to come out with this because I know everyone is gonna listen to this interview and they're gonna be like, what the heck is this? I have to follow along.
Like, you should do these kind of things.
Yeah.
Not be scared to do them. Because like,
right.
Be here.
Right. Send the DM, if you will.
Send the DM.
Send the DM. Maybe on Navvi, I'll do a little Substack on like how to send a DM.
Yes, right.
Not that they always hit, because I definitely have airballed. Let's just say
send a DM.
like a 95% completion. Yeah, acceptance rate on my DMs.
That's awesome. Okay, well, thank y'all so much. This was great. I'm so excited. Even myself, I'm like, I didn't know half these things, so I can't wait for everyone to listen to this, follow along, and then be a part of the journey, if you will.
Yes, you are now a Navvi girl.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll chat with y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.